What is going on, NFL fans? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the J All Day NFL Show. Today we're talking about my Eagles rival, the Washington Commanders. Man, big trades. Trading for Laremy Tunsil, woo baby, to protect Jaden Daniels. Not a lot of picks in this draft, right? Not a lot because of the trades they made, but they got to make them count. So we're going to do a full 7-round mock draft for the Commanders and Jaden Daniels today. Let's get into the video. All right, Commanders fans, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It really helps this video and the channel get into the YouTube algorithm. And if you want more NFL draft updates, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, Commanders, you're on the board at 29 overall. A guy that really catches my eye is Walter Nolen from Ole Miss. The Commanders have spent a lot of high picks on the D-line. Hasn't really worked out too great for them, right? Walter Nolen can play anywhere and everywhere on the D-line. A-gap, B-gap, over the tackle. Line him up anywhere, and this dude's going to ball out. 6'3", 305. He's an absolute beast. It's going to be hard for me to see them pass up on a guy like Walter Nolen. But if you want to go offense, you could go Omarion Hampton here and man, Laremy Tunsil, there were some things going on in Houston that they didn't like. That's why they shipped him off. But for me, edge makes some sense too. Nic Scourton, very, very talented player. I like Nic Scourton. They could use some edge help. 6'4", 285. He can play all over, man. He's a very versatile guy. Line him up on the D-line at outside linebacker. They might go there. Kind of, might fit their scheme a little bit better at outside linebacker, edge type. Scourton's very interesting. Walter Nolen is so good, though, man. But I'm not sure if he necessarily fits their scheme. So Scourton is definitely a guy I really, really like. I think he would be extremely valuable. The defense needs to get better. And the first layer of that is getting to the passer, right? Nic Scourton goes to the Commanders with their first pick. And now, we're up against 61 overall. Okay. No third-round pick, no fifth-round pick. We got a 4, a 6, a 7, and then this pick, the second pick, 61 overall. Taking a look at the board here, Trevion Henderson is on the board. I really like. Man, where do we go here? Xavier Restrepo, another guy I really like. These edges are out of play. Ursery's interesting as well, but he's more of a left tackle than playing on the right side. You'd be asking him to switch positions. I don't know if they want to do that. Trevion Henderson could be an incredible addition to this offense. I really, really like that pick. They definitely need cornerback help. No one that I really, really love. You know what I mean? They brought in Deebo Samuel, so I don't know if I want to go wide receiver at this spot. For me, it's interior defensive line. It's cornerback. That makes some sense here. Running back definitely makes some sense here. For sure. I love that. This is kind of where I'm circling right now, man. Azareyeh Thomas. Some people think he could go early in the second round. He could be an interesting guy. Good length, 6'2", 198. Picture perfect size, man. Probably all the good running backs will be gone in round 4. So that's a tough spot. But they were not very good at the cornerback position, so I want to give them some help there. They could figure out the running back spot. Azareyeh Thomas goes to the Commanders in the second round. And 2 really primetime picks on defense, right? And then Peebles, man, I like him on the D-line. He could be really interesting for the Commanders. More of a 4-3 guy for sure in this defense. Doesn't really make a fit, right? But if we look at the running backs, Bhayshul Tuten's on the board. I'm going Tuten. He's the fastest running back in this draft class. Extremely, extremely explosive, man. Can really get outside, that zone runner, those outside zone runs, excellent outside zone runner. I like that, man. I like that. Elusive rating 143. Woo! Tuten in the 4th round for the Commanders. Now, we're up in the 6th round. 205 overall. Taking a look at this roster, center could be an upgradable position. Tyler Biatzis, I don't know, I'm butchering that name. But 6'3", 316, he played okay. Not really great anywhere. He's just a solid, definitely more of a backup. You know, Jonah Monahan from USC, pretty damn good player. You know, I do like that pick. You know, I'm going to scan the board a little bit. Jake Majors. I really like Jake Majors because he's an excellent pass blocker, man. 85 overall grade. You know, 6'3", 315. Got the size to be a good run blocker too, man. Off-ball linebacker is definitely inside off-ball linebacker is a spot I like. Will Jay Higgins be there later in the draft? You know, see if there's any other linebackers I like. Malachi Moore, the safety, I definitely love that. They could definitely add some safety help for sure. Where do we go? Fidel Diggs, another guy I really like, the edge defender. You know, D-line, not too many good D linemen here, man. They don't have a lot of picks, right? So it's hard to really like get all. Ooh, Cam Horsley, no brainer. I can't believe he's still on the board. Cam Horsley, one of my favorite later round picks in this draft. Now we got an edge. We got the D line. Now in the 7th round, maybe we go, you know, Rodney Gadsden, man. They brought back Zach Ertz, right? I don't know, but he's long in the tooth, and Gadsden was very productive. 6'5", 236. Definitely not a run blocking type of tight end. He's a pass catcher, line him up, you know, in the slot kind of guy, go catch the ball. Jalen Walker from Indiana, pretty good linebacker, right? 6'1", 218, pretty small. That's pretty damn small. Kareem Reed from Utah, 6 foot, 226, you know. Gadsden, that's going to be a, you know, take a flyer on that. Joshua Gray, there's some good. Clay Webb, the guard, they could use some offensive line help everywhere. So bringing in another guard, I'm going to do that. Clay Webb was very productive in college at a small school, but, you know, good run blocker, great zone blocker, you know. Gap grade's not super great, you know, but it's a 7th round pick, right? So you kind of want to bring these guys and develop them at the NFL level. None of these guys are finished products, right? Marcus Ware from Montana State, definitely a little bit overall better of a player, right? Just seems like a little more versatile guy. Played some right tackle, played some right guard. I'm going to bring some depth to the offensive line here, for sure. All right, guys, A- overall grade, Commanders fan. Scourton, Azareyeh Smith, Bhayshul Tuten, Cam Horsley, and Marcus Ware. Really, really good draft, guys. I'm very happy with this draft. Commanders fans, let me know in the comments below. Are you happy with this draft? I think with only having 5 picks, you come away with the fastest running back in the draft, one of the better cornerbacks, a top 5 corner, and a great edge. Pretty solid draft, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Even though that I'm an Eagles fan, I appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.